Hello everyone. Today's video is very interesting and also very informative. I promise, you will learn many interesting facts about the scariest place on our huge planet. Keep watching to the end and you will be shocked. Before we start, do not forget to subscribe, turn on the notification and of course leave a comment. It will be a pleasure for me to read. First of all, let's make clear what Mariana Trench is. The Mariana Trench is one of the least explored places on our planet. Although the deepest ocean trench still hides a lot of secrets, man managed to find out some interesting facts about its structure and parameters. The Mariana Trench is located in the western Pacific Ocean to the east, approximately 200 kilometers, of the 15 Mariana Islands off Guam. It has the shape of a crescent in the Earth's crust, about 2,550 kilometers long and an average of 69 kilometers wide. The Mariana Trench is an oceanic deep-sea trench in the western Pacific Ocean, the deepest known on Earth. Named for the nearby Mariana Islands. At the bottom of the trench, the upper column of water exerts a pressure of 1,086 bar, which is more than 1,071 times the standard atmospheric pressure at sea level. At this pressure, the density of water increases by 4.96%. The temperature at the bottom is between 1 and 4 degrees Celsius. Studies carried out by an American oceanographic expedition from the University of New Hampshire, USA, discovered the mountains on the bottom of the Mariana Trench. They took place from August to October 2010, when a seabed area of 400,000 square kilometers was studied in detail using a multi-beam echo sounder. As a result, at least 4 oceanic mountain ranges with a height of 2.5 kilometers were discovered, crossing the surface of the Mariana Trench at the junction of the Pacific and Philippine lithospheric plates. Now, I will give a little history of this amazing place. It has now been reliably established that the Mariana Trench is the deepest place on Earth. Its lowest point, called the Challenger Deep, is located at a depth of almost 11 kilometers below sea level. Research into the Mariana Trench continues to this day. The mark of 10,994 meters of depth was first reached only in 2011. In June 2016, a study was published, according to which the bodies of deep-sea crustaceans from the Mariana Trench contain much higher levels of toxic substances than in coastal ocean waters, where sewage and waste are discharged. People first visited the bottom of the Mariana Trench in 1960, when courageous explorers sank to a depth of 10,918 meters in a bathyscaphe. The Mariana Trench got its name from the northern Mariana Islands. With a water pressure that is 1,000 times greater than at sea level, diving in this place is akin to suicide. Still interested? As I promise, here are top 10 facts about Mariana Trench. Here we go. Watch till the end and see what is on the first place. You'll be shocked. Mysterious depth. The depth of the gutter is amazing. Scientists have found that if you place the highest mountain in the world, Everest, in the Mariana Trench, the top will not reach the bottom. The crew of the British ship Challenger tried to determine where the bottom of the fault is at the end of the 19th century. Their deep sea lot showed a mark of 8.4 kilometers, and in the 1950s, scientists with the help of an echo sounder discovered new indicators. It turned out that the depth of the Mariana Trench is almost 11 kilometers. The first man. The first person to sink to the bottom of the Marianas Trench all alone was filmmaker James Cameron. His contribution was significant both for the film industry and for science, since in addition to the first good shooting of the bottom of the depression, Cameron took samples of various living organisms. If we had the opportunity to sink to the very bottom of the Mariana Trench, then we would feel that it is covered with a layer of viscous mucus. Sand, as we know it, does not exist there. Fauna. The study of the fauna inhabiting the Mariana Trench has shown very interesting results. All local living creatures exist in conditions of complete darkness, monstrous pressure and lack of oxygen. Having studied deep-sea local inhabitants, scientists have come to the conclusion that life in such conditions spurs evolutionary processes, forcing fish and crustaceans to mutate incredibly quickly. Myths. There are many myths that in the eternal darkness of the Mariana Trench there are various ancient monsters that have survived on Earth since the time of the dinosaurs. Scientists unequivocally reject such assumptions. No more or less large creature, invertebrate or vertebrate, can exist under such strong pressure. Just imagine. Protected place. The entire Mariana Trench has been assigned a protected status, which automatically means the strictest ban on fishing or mining. All that is allowed to do here is scientific activity, and then with prior agreement. Inhabitants of the underwater world. Now, attention. Don't you want to know what creatures live there? Here they are. Giant toxic amoebae. These are single-celled creatures with a diameter of 10 centimeters, covered with a special film that is very pressure-resistant and does not break down. These single-celled organisms feed on what has fallen to the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Strange octopuses, they have no limbs, their whole body resembles a huge skirt. The structure is due to the fact that in such conditions it is necessary to move and resist high pressure. That is why the octopus has such a peculiar shape. Imagine how exciting it will be if you meet them. Molluscs. Molluscs have been found near the depression with a very unusual shell composition that does not collapse under such high pressure. Before that, it was believed that molluscs in shells, in a hard shell, could not exist there due to high pressure. The strong water pressure in the Mariana Trench does not give any animal with shell or bones a chance of survival. However, in 2012, molluscs were discovered in a trench near serpentine hydrothermal vents. Serpentine contains hydrogen and methane, which allows living organisms to form. How the molluscs kept their shells under this pressure remains unknown. Now we reach the top 3 facts. Keep watching and find out more interesting facts about this mysterious place. The deepest point. The deepest point on Earth lies in the Mariana Trench. But the trench itself is large, and this point has its own name, the Challenger Abyss. For all the time, only 7 people were immersed there, one of whom was the director James Cameron, who was looking for inspiration for the second part of Avatar. There is still debate about the maximum depth. In 2011 measurements showed 10,994 meters, and in 2020, already 10,028 meters. This is very amazing. Mountain ranges. In the 20th century, before the first human dive into the Mariana Trench, scientists using echo sounders and other equipment examined more than 400,000 square kilometers of the bottom of the Mariana Trench. They found on its bottom 4 mountain ranges up to 2,500 meters high, counting from the bottom of the mountains to their top, and came to the conclusion that the deepest point on Earth was formed as a result of folding. The folding itself arose for the same reason that mountains arise, due to the movement of lithospheric plates. Very hot water. Descending to this depth, we expect it to be very cold there. The temperature here reaches slightly above zero, ranging from 1 to 4 degrees Celsius. However, at a depth of about 1.6 kilometers from the surface of the Pacific Ocean, there are hydrothermal vents called black smokers. They shoot water that heats up to 450 degrees Celsius. Just unbelievable. This water is rich in minerals that help keep the area alive. Despite the temperature of the water, which is hundreds of degrees above its boiling point, it does not boil here due to the incredible pressure, 155 times higher than on the surface. Imagine how it will be to swim there. That's all about the most interesting, the scariest and the mysterious place in the world. I hope you liked the video. If you do like this video, leave a comment down below. What fact do you like the most? Do you want to visit this place? And of course, subscribe to our channel, in order not to miss interesting and new videos. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned as more interesting videos are waiting.